Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today I'm going to do a fun beach read. I'm down the beach. I may have to stop and restart a couple of times because this being a public beach, some people come and they blast their music, there's dogs, there's all kinds of stuff that go on, and if things become inaudible or there's a problem, I'll just shut it. But it was so beautiful, and I've got to tell you how I came to this decision to do what I'm doing. I had planned on doing everything in my yard and in the house, and then all of a sudden my son was like, "Mom, I want to go fishing." And I remember right away getting like a little like aggravation, thinking, oh, this doesn't go with the flow of my big plan. And then all of a sudden my higher self spoke up, the let's stay positive and take pleasure in the things that we do, that you love the beach and there's lots of beautiful trees and areas in the shade and you can go do reads and be in nature. So I just switched that perspective on, and I think that's one of the most helpful measures we can take. And I definitely was hearing that from my spirit guide. Go do this. You'll love this. He'll benefit. He'll get to fish and have fun and have outdoor time, and you'll be at the beach where you love, where the energy is spectacular. So again, not fighting it, being much more fluid, and also being kind to ourselves. So we're going to see what messages are coming for spirit for you guys. And again, I want to thank you guys for all your love and support and your great comments, and they just make me feel so great every day and inspire me too, you guys. So let's see, we have wait, I also have an announcement. If you saw yesterday's video, that big citrine pendant, that is in this week's giveaway. So if you subscribe over here and you follow me over on Instagram, you are eligible to win that at the end of the week. I'll probably do the drawing on like Sunday, and I do that each week. I have a giveaway for you guys to give back and say thank you. You guys support my beautiful endeavors over in my jewelry shop and here and over on Instagram. So I want to find ways to give back to you guys because you're such a delight, and I look forward to what I do every day, and it's because of you guys. People that look for positivity and light and want to alleviate unnecessary pain and heaviness to their life. It's like, why wouldn't we do that? Why would we want to stay in the structure that doesn't allow us to grow and heal, right? And anybody who watches, anybody who is involved in this sort of endeavor, and light workers, you're looking for something. You really are. You're looking for a better way, a brighter way, to be more connected, to live spiritually, to feel grounded, and to choose your path purpose with wisdom and clarity, all of that. So you guys deserve the absolute best. I'm just adoring this phase that a lot of my clients are going through, where they're recognizing, yeah, I am worth it. I am going to try this. Why would I ever stay stagnant or fearful for no reason whatsoever? It benefits nobody, right? So here's our three choices, you guys. We have number one, which is pink opal. Be kind to yourself. Number one, don't stress yourself out. Don't have negative or critical thoughts on yourself. Number two, Unakite. Live in the now. It's funny, I get always dyslexic with this, and I want to say Unakite. I don't know, like, it's a weird thing. It's like the pronunciation. So live in the now, absolutely, 100%. Every time I see myself phasing out while I'm here at the beach and I'm just gazing on the water and I'm making future plans, I say, stop. What? You're not at this beach every day. This thing is so beautiful. Everything about it, the water, the boats, the sand, the birds. Reconnect. So do that. Pull yourself back into the now, right? Because that's where everything happens. Number three, Sunstone. Take pleasure in the things you do. Absolutely. Slow down. Taste that food. Relish that conversation. Like, if anything humorous or goofy is happening in my house, like, I have to go in the room, it's happening, and I love that. I relish when my kids are goofing out and laughing at the crazy pets or the things they're doing, and it alleviates stress and boredom and all of that when we want to have fun and interaction. So that's saying, really take pleasure when you're reading that book. Savor those words, daydream, tasting that food, tasting that iced coffee, feeling that breeze, all of that. I love when it's like really hot out and I go sit under a tree and I feel a breeze. I feel like that's so heavenly, and it's so direct from source, right? Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with one, pink opal. And your message right away is cut yourself some slack. The way you talk to yourself can either lift you up or tear you down, really. So be mindful of your internal dialogue. Really honor yourself. I always propose that you talk to yourself like you're a younger sibling. You'd never tell a younger sibling you are fat, you're stupid, you're lazy. You would never say that. So I don't know why people have that. Oftentimes it just comes in as a little thought, but instead of dismissing it like it should be because it's an attack of your ego on yourself, you allow for that to grow and to adapt other children in the mix too that are just as negative, right? That are like, hey, yeah, also you were supposed to do this, and you spent too much money, and all of a sudden it will become negative. So instead of that, we're like, nope, I'm not going to ever talk to myself. Be a cheerleader. Forgive yourself. If you overindulge, if you overspend, if you overeat, whatever it is, forgive yourself. We're only human, right? Remain your own best friend through the ups and downs of life, and make a conscious shift to speak to yourself with more compassion. Use empathy and kindness too. Treat yourself as well as you would treat others, or the way you would expect others to treat you. It all starts with your own inner voice. I constantly have to readjust mine too, because I'm mutable fire. I want to do everything, and if I set out a goal and I don't accomplish it, I can be a little tough on myself, especially if it's something I want to achieve for somebody else and it's really going to make their day. I just don't have the time, sending them crystals or decks or something that I think they're deserving of. It's like, hey, calm down, things will get done. All the time in the world, have that perspective so you can just listen to your inner voice and slow it. Show yourself sensitivity and understanding and gentleness, because you can always learn to be kinder and more compassionate towards others as well when you do this for yourself, right? When we don't have compassion, we're hard on ourselves and we're pushing ourselves, we usually tend to be a little impatient, right? So let's ask ourselves, like, how do we talk to ourselves? Would you speak to others the way you speak to yourself? Would you treat others the way you treat yourself? Would you tell your kids or your parents, you don't need to eat right now, you can eat in a few hours even though you're starving? They're starving. Would you tell them, oh, why are you so damn lazy, just because they didn't clean the whole house from top to bottom? Things like that. I mean, we really are harsh on ourselves, right? Especially when it comes to body images, and if we think that we're not eating well. It's like, I've heard some of my friends say some really terrible things to themselves and call themselves, buffaloes or elephants or whatever, and it's just horrible. So honor yourself. Write down 3 things that you love about yourself. Read them aloud to yourself, morning, noon, and night, you guys. You deserve things. So let's pick your second card, staying positive. This is huge. This is huge in my life, and I have to do this because I have a tendency to fill my agenda. If I have one little spot, I'm like, I should also do this, I should also do that. And if I don't get to it, I can all of a sudden start to get down on myself, and I'm like, wait a minute. Some people are doing well just because they get out of the bed in the morning and they're celebrating themselves. So let's calm down and have some let's have some perspective, right? So keep your head up and your hopes high. That's what this card is. Instead of focusing on all the things that can go wrong, it's super important to focus on the things that can go right. Really direct your attention to all the positives in your life and allow them to motivate you. I'm constantly doing this. I'll do like things that I have won, or ideas I've conceived, or things that I've created that I love. I keep out in a visual kind of spectrum around my house so I can see it and get excited. Eleni, I love her to pieces. I keep her artwork everywhere, and I look at it, and just the love and how she touches my life, even though she's not in the same state right now, makes me happy and joyful. Connections of people that are so magical out there, right? A positive mindset, once centered on hope rather than fear, overcomes almost anything. It really does. I'll do this. Just the simple thing of like going to the beach this morning. I thought, I've got to bring all my supplies, and I started to almost talk myself out of people are going to be playing loud music. This is going to happen. I'm not going to find my place in the shade. Blah 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 blah. Everything worked out beautifully because I turned it around the second that started. I said, it's a huge beach, you can find anything, please relax. That's so funny. I had to actually stop the video right when I was saying that. Somebody drove by. This park has a strange thing where people come blasting music so ridiculously loud. It's crazy. But I love this park. I can pull anywhere and just come right on the beach. So again, you guys, staying positive, it really can, once you're centered on it, then we get joyful. So I always give myself things to look forward to. Like, I'm getting warm, so I'm like, I'm going to have the greatest iced coffee in an hour or so when I'm all done. And I get excited about things. And I set intentions for, this isn't even a task or a hardship. I love doing this. We have to remind ourselves, sometimes we're doing things that we love, but because other people quantify it as work, we think it's work, and it's really not. It's creating, right? So let's center on that, because it really does overcome anything. Same thing for illness and ill health. I remember too that I had years ago when Yale contacted me and wanted me to participate in a study. I was like, right away I was almost fearful, going, oh crap, I know this has to do with certain things that I'm claustrophobic, and part of the study is going to keep me, enclosed. And right away I was like, you know what, this is crazy, this is awesome, this is for science, this is for brain science, this is for neurology, let's do this. And then I was like, think of all the cool doctors you're going to be able to meet, all the fun people. And I met some great people. I ended up making them jewelry, because one of the great doctors there, she's like, I love the tree of life and certain stones, and I was like, oh girl, I got this. And I made her all this stuff. It was like, I made so many great friends those few days at Yale. Going back, it was so great. And it's like one of those things that when we know we have something to look forward to and we're positive about it, it just flows. So let's ask ourselves, when do you feel positive? What aspects of your life are good? Let's focus on that right now. What is good? I live in a state of positivity. Today, raise your vibration by focusing on the good things that happen to you throughout the day. I guarantee you're going to feel uplifted, enlivened, and creative. That happens to me every day. Always reach for that. And I have to, because it's part of who I am and what I do, and to help lift the vibrations of others by feeling good. And just kind of, it's like, I always feel like it's like Galileo. Let me look out there. What is out there to discover that is freaking cool, right? Like what mindset do I want today, and what do I get to make? And when I literally walk in my living room, I see 100 different stones and crystals and all this stuff, and I'm like, life gets popping when I see that. So put things that are beauty and reminders of what's positive out there for you, group one. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. You guys, please come over to Instagram and get in on the giveaway of it's beautiful. It's like 18 plus carats of like AAA grade citrine, and I just wanted to make that into a pendant and have a giveaway with it. This friggin' thing is insane. I'm like, I can't even put that in my shop and price it up because it's too awesome. So it has to be a giveaway. So come on over there. If you follow me over there and you subscribe over here, you're automatically entered. It's just a drawing. It's a fun drawing. And if letters come up, certain letters are your moniker or your name, then you win. So now we're on to number 2 is Unakite. So live in the now. The most important time, you guys, that's the only time to live. Why would we be living any other way? Like right now, I'll give you like 3 things that I noticed right now. This seagrass that's growing up out of the sand that's covered in shells between these 2 trees that would be perfect for a hammock. I'm noticing all the little yachts and boats and speedboats in the harbor that are really beautiful, and one has a parrot on it, and every once in a while this parrot will perk up, and it's so loud from the echo of the boat, and it cracks me up. I start laughing really loud. Those things I feel the breeze. It's beautiful. I smell the salt in the water. This is where I grew up, on a beach, and I love it. And I don't want to be anywhere other, and I wanted to share this energy. You can probably hear the bird is talking now. It's so funny. And we need to do that for ourselves. Like, whoa, why am I thinking of paying bills or cooking dinner later or going to the DMV or things that are unpleasant when I could be sipping this sweet, delicious iced coffee, watching this fun show? There's really no time like the present. The past is done. The future hasn't happened. So ground yourself with the here and now and be busy. Be busy with good thoughts, because with our busy lives and minds, it can be hard to do. I know this. Oftentimes I'm always trying to do 2 or 3 things at once, and I have to stop myself. I'm like, yo, you're listening to your favorite reader when you first get up. Why are you trying to answer emails and do other things? Why are you multitasking? Because you're only getting 10% of what they are saying because you're not paying attention. So I reel myself in. I let the words flow over me. I'm learning something, right? So being mindful and in the moment allows us to make the most out of every aspect of our life, right? Allow yourself the opportunity to really connect with those around you and fully invest yourself in everything. The conversations. Half the time I notice if I am preoccupied and Ian starts to talk, I'm like, oh my God, he just shared something and I didn't hear a word he said because my mind was elsewhere. So now my keywords are reel it in, and then I focus, and we usually have a good laugh together. We're sharing moments of our days. It starts to stimulate meaning in things, right? If we are not present in that moment, why does that moment have meaning? It doesn't. We're not ingesting it. We're not participating in it. It's meaningless. It's a waste of time. So let's not waste our time, right? Big time. Try to avoid distractions. They're everywhere. I know that. Letting your mind wander, especially about matters that we have no control over, okay? Like, I know a lot of people do this. They'll notice things. I always hear people really like chiming in with other people loud enough. Oh, that person's not wearing a mask. Yes, they're walking in a park. They're 20 feet from anybody else. Mind your own business. Calm down. Like, people are always looking for things to criticize. So let's not do that either. Immerse yourself in each experience. Put your heart and soul into every action. Bring a sense of gratitude to where you are in your life. Here and now is where you find true contentment. And do things well and do them with intentions. Like I'll give you, for instance, I was making a bracelet set last night, and after I added the crimp cover over the closure, it was off kilter. It looked a little weird and everything didn't sit right because of that. I mean, it wasn't hardly noticeable, but to my discerning eye, who knows the difference between a well-placed clasp cover and one that's just kind of wonky, I redid the whole bracelet. I wasn't going to mess around. I was like, I don't like this. I'm redoing it. It'll take me 5 minutes. And now it looks polished and streamlined. I felt really good about doing that. I was in the moment. I was paying attention, so I caught that. If I was paying good money for something, I would like to be really as beautiful as possible, right? So again, you guys, a good question is, where's my mind right now? Is it wishing you could change the past? Is it worrying about the future? Or are you right now in the present? What are you most grateful for right now, right? Right now, mine is nobody is bothering me while I'm doing these reads. People aren't coming up with crazy music. Dogs aren't running all over the place. Yeah, I'm in a kind of special separate place, but I'm in a primo place in the shade with a picnic table where everybody could inundate, and they're not. I'm being allowed this time in this grace, and I'm so grateful for that. And also, you know, I feel the beach has some kind of extra kind of beauty and magic in it, where I can translate channeling a lot with a lot of soothing energy, you know, a lot of water and flow. So affirm, I'm in the now. Write things down that you're grateful for in the present moment. That's huge. I always have pen and paper right by me because I need to do that for myself too. I need to say, hey, let me clarify why I am so happy. Right now, one of the things I'm super happy too, my son is fishing over there. You know, he's going to be 17 on the 31st. He's jazzed out. He's happy. I took the time to bring him here. He's having a beautiful, fruitful day outside with people, you know, in his age group, and he's having fun. And I get to do this for you out here and for myself and connect in this way. So really live in the now, you guys. It's huge. That's what adds meaning to things, okay, you guys? So that is you guys group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys, and all my links are down below. Huge news. Please go over and follow me on Instagram and get in on the huge, giant 18.5 carat citrine pendant giveaway. After I saw this stone, I'm like, I am making this into a pendant. This thing is off the hook. It is rich gold, gorgeous. Like, the quality is insane. I was like, I can't even, you know, I can't put a price on this, but I can give it away. So come on over there, you guys. Again, just all my links are down below for everything if you want a private read. Thank you guys also for all your great feedbacks on your reads. I mean, I love that I have meaning, and I help and get you positively redirected. But some of the things you say, I forget how impactful it can be. And the way you remind me is so beautiful. And, you know, it's reaffirming that I'm doing this for a reason, and I do love it, and I'll never tire of it, because I don't tire of people and their hopes and their dreams, right? So thank you guys for that. So now we're going to number 3, Sunstone. This is one of my favorite stones. Years ago, I could not have enough of this everywhere. I love it. I still have it in my arsenal and everywhere because it is a light, bright, sun, good vibration stone, and it's beautiful. Little specks of gold everywhere. And it does remind you, take pleasures in the things that you do. Everything, you guys, taste every morsel of that food, listen to that music, see that visual that's gorgeous. I think I'm obsessed with birds because they're so spontaneous and unique, and in the moment. If they're hungry, they just start eating. Like, we have the seagulls down our beach. They drop them from a sky-high distance, and then they try to smash them on the ground so they can open them up. I love that. I love that. This is saying, don't just stop and smell the roses. Make yourself a bouquet. When you walk by something, you find it beautiful. If you have the means, get that for yourself if it brings joy. I always buy fresh flowers. I always have fresh flower bouquet in my house. It reminds me that I'm worth having fresh flowers, that I love having fresh flowers, that I deserve, my family deserves it. If you find yourself moving through your day on autopilot, force yourself to stop and take a moment and appreciate the beauty in your life. I did this. It's one of the reasons I came to the beach. I was like, look at this life. And I almost just started grabbing all my equipment, setting to work for private reads. I was like, you could be down the beach doing this and really participating in a big way where you feel everything, and it will create a different kind of energy. Do it. So for yourself, if you have an impulse in the morning, hey, go for a walk, go for a swim, go do this. Do it for yourself. You don't need to work, produce. That's not what life is about. This is appreciating the beauty in your life and having moments, okay? And bring that. You know, if you want to treat yourself to a beautiful chopped salad, get that chopped salad. If you find you're always focused on what's next, allow yourself to appreciate the moment. moment. Unmutable fire, I'm constantly trying to skip, do that checkers, let me get to the next thing. And without celebrating my last win, without really tasting that food, I used to always eat in my car on the way to something. And now I'm like, no, I love food. I want to taste it and enjoy it. I love fresh air. I want to be outside as much as possible. Okay, you only get one life, you guys. Allow yourself time to enjoy it. Spirit knows that you feel pressed at times, but take pleasure in these things and celebrate them. Do something that gives you a significant boost in energy and happiness, something that fills your cup and feeds your soul. Mine is usually observing something beautiful in nature or participating in something within my family. So take delight in everything that you do, because it's those little pleasures that's going to make your life worth living. What's the greatest pleasure in your life? Really identify it right now. What small joy do you experience every day? Mine is my morning coffee. I love the hell out of it. It is my favorite thing ever. If anybody took away my coffee, I would perish immediately. That's what gets me out of bed, really. I start to look forward to that, because I savor that, and then the warmth and the slowness. And also it's like, I think it transports me back to some of my favorite times. With my stepfather Bill, who loved coffee, and when I first experienced it, I was like, this stuff is the bomb. Whoever created this, honest to goodness, I would rather have coffee than food. If there was a choice, you could only have coffee or food, it would be coffee. I love it in every single kind of format, iced, frothy, cappuccino, whatever. It's the best. But I have to moderate too, because like anything, it has caffeine. I don't need to be going crazy. But again, we need to affirm this, and I need to affirm this as well as you. I have plenty of time. Today I'm going to savor a small moment that you usually take for granted, such as a hot cup of coffee or exchanging smiles with a stranger. I just had a great interaction with this nice lady, and at first when I got here, she was my nemesis and my enemy, because she was one of my favorite tree where I wanted to do the reading. I was like, damn her, she's just sitting there with her damn dog. And then I actually started dialogue with her, and she was so sweet, because I just went on the opposite side under a tree. And I also, when I'm doing private readings and doing readings, I don't really like an audience. I just like quietude. But she was just sitting there with her dog, and this person came by and was blasting their music. It was so ridiculous. And we looked at each other, and she's like, I left my apartment building because it's under construction, and my dog was scared. And I was like, oh my God. And it was a little Karen tear, and we started this conversation, and she was so sweet. And I was like, you know what? That's what I mean. That's what life's about, these meaningful, in the present moment, little pleasures of connecting with somebody. And it's great, because you ever have those things where you're close by somebody, but nobody makes an effort to smile or look at each other. All of a sudden it feels weird, right? It feels uncomfortable, because as humans, we are meant to connect, especially what's going on in the world right now. And it was lovely. And I took pleasure in that, and her cute dog and all of that. And it just changed everything, the experience. But I feel that's where we need to get laser focused, group 3. Where do I have pleasure? Where am I missing out where I could savor something? Mine too is when Ian walks in the door, when my kids walk in the door. I like to slow everything down and ask them about their day and smile and let them know they're welcome. This is, I'm happy to see them. That's a big thing. When we take people for granted and treat them like they're furniture, like we just go and we sit down in a room without even saying hello, and we haven't seen this person yet in the morning, it's a dismissal of them. It's a dismissal of your relationship and your affection. So greet everybody if you can, and they'll start to do that for you. I'm serious. What comes around goes around when it comes to feelings, relationships, and affirming your love for somebody. So try that as well. Like, just touch their hand, their shoulder, let them know you're thinking of them and they matter to you. That also makes a huge difference, group 3. So thank you guys for tuning in. Love and light to y'all. And all my links are down below. If you guys need a private read, please come over and get away on this amazing giveaway on Instagram that I'm having this week. It is an 18.5 carat citrine pendant. It's off the hook. It's insane. Very rarely can I get such killer stones. So when I do, I don't even like to price them. I'll just put them in the giveaways. But I'm now getting some great contacts on really ethically sourced stones. So I am going to have some more of those come in. They take a while to reach over here. They'll take a few weeks, but I'll have some more of those as well. And if you subscribe over here and you follow me over there, you're automatically entered in all the giveaways. And again, if you need a private read or any of my information, the little gray arrow on the bottom of the video brings up everything. My Etsy store, my Patreon, if you want to support over there, everything is over there. And again, you guys, thank you for your love and support and your comments, and sharing my videos and liking them. It helps with the algorithms, and then just everything goes up and away, and I really appreciate you guys, because we're coming up on 45,000 subscribers, which is off the hook. It's just wild to me, and it's all because of you guys, and I feel I have I have the best day always started with some of my favorite readers. I'm plugged in that positivity. I'm ready to go. I want to accelerate in areas of my life where I want to grow and learn and connect. And that's what everybody else that watches these type of videos are doing, right? We're trying to alleviate unnecessary anguish and problems in our life that don't belong there. So we're like taking the broom to them and showing them the door. Sweep, 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 sweep. And we're letting the love and the light and the free, like just our free authentic self to just reign. That's it. It's as simple as that. We're tired of all these covert activities and mass and BS that we used to wear, and now we just want real life and what has meaning, and that's what we're having access to right now. So love and light to you guys. I'm going to go upload.